Titan. Titan is your next Tupac, really? Welcome, guys, and we are talking Empire Episode 4 spoiler reviews. I'm assuming you saw the episode. This is my thoughts on it. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Let's get right into it. I love Cookie. I love her attitude. When she enters the room, it's just comical. It's funny. It's very funny. Cookie is outspoken. She's brass. But there will be a time, either in this season or somebody, something will shut Cookie the hell up. I mean, Cookie could be really annoying if you think about her character, but she doesn't come off that way because the things she's done for this family. So she's a very likable character. That's why I like Cookie so much. I think she's my favorite out of the whole cast. I mean, Lucius Lyon, a.k.a. Terrence Howard, a.k.a. Hustle and Flow. I like him as well, even though he did Bunky like that. Now let's get right into this episode. We see Cookie get her own little office, even though she wanted a bigger office. And we see her talking to Tyanna, I believe. Her name is, a.k.a. wannabe Rihanna. And, she ends up signing her. She ends up signing her because Tyanna was really feeling Cookie's, song that she gave to Jamal. So she feels like, it's kind of crazy. Tyanna, I thought she was going to be, one of those kind of, just gets around if you're a star. She thinks she's all that when she got around with Hakeem, in the very beginning. But we find out, no, she's really level-headed. She really wants to protect her music. She really wants her music to come out. And that's why she had Cookie be her manager. So Cookie's managing Tyanna. We also see Hakeem still sleeping around with, I think it's Naomi Campbell, the older lady. We see Lucius really telling Hakeem, hey, there's this guy named Titan, and he's a beast lyrically, and he's not a beast. Oh my! I'll get to that in a minute. He's pretty much telling Hakeem to step his game up, and there's always questions like whether he should sign Titan because Titan and his label aren't getting along in friendly terms, and it looks like Titan's going to be gone from that label. So Lucius has an opportunity to get the next Tupac. So we also see Hakeem pretty much have backstage passes, gonna go see Titan, but instead Lucius takes him away and Precious, come here, tickets, birthday, bye. And Precious gets to go see Titan, and Titan gets into a little scuffle because he's real. Oh my God! This guy, Lucius Lyon, aka Terrence Howard, aka Keep Hustling, basically said this guy is the Tupac, the next Tupac of today's generation. I was like, that's a big statement. So let's see what the show our creators gave us in casting and overall how this guy acts. And we see him rapping, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is that auto-tune? Didn't Jay-Z kill auto-tune? What the hell is going on here? That what is he wearing? That ain't the next Tupac. That's the next Cameron. Oh God. I don't know why they got that guy. I don't know why they made it seem like he's the next Tupac. He is nowhere near the next Tupac. I was pretty damn disappointed on that fact. I was like, because I said it in my earlier reviews, they should have somewhat like that, a Tupac or a, older kind of generation like Eazy-E or whatever in this kind of show. This is a type of show that you could really benefit from having that, like somebody who's political but somebody who's in the rap game. And we find out that Titan, the realness, basically he is somewhat in a religious group and the nation. I always think WWF for some reason. And, he has his religious ties and he has his realness ties. And, Cookie pretty much says that Titan's real and authentic. And so does Lucius Lucius Lyon says that as well because he's from the streets and this and that. What I guess the creators didn't really get, or these characters overall don't get, is that realness does not mean you're on the streets and you witness murders or you committed murders and stuff. Realness was like Tupac and basically being true to himself, expressing himself, never being phony, never being fake, always telling you good or bad, what he thought. He was outspoken, but he always, he was a man who he knew what he did wrong and he tried to make it better. That was realness. That was never being phony. That was always telling you straight up how he felt, how he was. He was real. And you have other people like that don't even have to be in the rap game. It could be Bruce Lee. It could be basically Bob Marley at one point. Biggie. Biggie was he was a chill guy. He was real, but he didn't want any problems. He's a chill guy. It could be any. You have other rappers out there as well. You have Lupe Fiasco. You have Kendrick Lamar. You have J. Cole. I mean, those are real. That's who I see as real people who are authentic. But being hood and being street, that doesn't not automatically make you authentic. There's hood, street people who are rapping today. Jay-Z, who is like a Lucious Lyon, who was, I guess, real, but went, studio. But that doesn't make Jay-Z real. He's pretty much, it makes him he's a phony because how he did, what's his name? His partner for that clothing line. That was pretty bad. Stabbing him in the back. Well, whatever. I don't like Jay-Z. Anyway, besides the point, yeah, Titan being real was that I was hoping a lot better from this character. Let's see later on, but I just the actor was like, yeah, you ever kill somebody? When Lucious Lyon visits him in the jail, I was like, no, God, please give me another actor. Titan was a big disappointment in my eyes. And then we also see, Cookie visit Jamal. Jamal's living in a crap shack with the rodents, roaches, whatever. I didn't like the little scene where Jamal looked like he was going to go Glee. I did not want that going to happen. But you see Jamal's in a little funk. But I'm getting a little tired of Jamal. He's being a little whiny baby. Step your game up. Start writing some songs. And we're going to see that probably in future episodes. Now, going back to basically Hakeem. Now, Hakeem... going back to Titan. Titan gets in that little scuffle, and then he ends up being in prison. And Lucious Lyon's about to go. That's when he goes, pays him a visit, and says, "Hey, I want you in my club, yo. I want you in my empire," and makes him a deal. But going back to Hakeem, Tiana, they're supposed to have this jam session with Hakeem's mom, Cookie. Because Cookie has this little song that she prepared for the two to do a duet, the Teen Choice Awards. But Hakeem skips it. Tiana goes and finds Hakeem with Naomi Campbell, or whatever the older lady is. And you know what? The funny thing is, she wasn't mad at the fact that he was cheating on her. She was mad at the fact that he was late. So I thought that was pretty funny. And the song was actually pretty good. I actually liked the song. I thought it was pretty hot. The ruler line, though, that's kind of stupid. But overall, I thought Hakeem and Tiana, a.k.a. Wannabe Rihanna, I thought the song was really good. So Cookie knows her crap or shit, whatever. Also, with Cookie, yeah, it's good to see Cookie and Hakeem like that. After the song, he really did tell Cookie, listen, I told you the song's hot. Now leave me alone. I gotta go take a piss. I like that scene, even though the fact that he was gonna go take a piss. I like the scene where Cookie really just kind of she was kind of breaking down because she wants to get to know Hakeem, and even though Hakeem is just so resentful, and you would think he would kind of embrace his mom, but he doesn't. And it's good to see the little back and forth between Hakeem and Cookie, and how Cookie just really, how you could see that emotion that kudos to Taraji P. Henson. You see her eyes watering up. You can see that she's very hurt that Hakeem, even though she this song because she loves him and wants him to succeed, he feels like, hey, you weren't there. So he's still stubborn like that. And I hope during the later on in the season, I think that they're going to start doing this, is where Hakeem, to really, because it's always this struggle of Hakeem really trying to bring out his potential, because he could be like a titan, I guess, and stuff. But I think to really bring out his potential, he really needs to talk about his mom. And I think rapping about his mom, that's something to say. And rappers who come out and make the best music has something to say. So I think Hakeem's going to start rapping about his mom later on in the series. But it was great to have that little moment as well. What a great moment. So we see the cop basically go to Lucius, and you have Lucius and you have Andre in the same, and Lucius is a right hand man basically in there. The cop comes in, questions them a little bit in their room or whatever office, and says, tells Lucius, "Where were you that night?" And Lucius tells him, "Well, I was alone at the home, I think, where I have like 10 maids, whatever." And then Andre, having his back and telling the cop that, "Oh, no, I was with him. I mean, we're watching the Mayweather fight, if you want to call it a fight." I really loved that part, and I love the flashback we got, and we get to see more of Andre's character, which I wanted, and who he kind of is. He's a guy who always has his dad's back. As we saw in the flashback, we saw Lucius and the cops raiding his house while he was, doing a little duet with his son, little Andrew, but Andrew taking the gun and putting it in a little toy box so he could protect his dad. Andre really has his dad's back, and he knew something was going up because of told him to go bang the cop lady to get information, blah blah blah. But I really thought that was a sentimental moment. So there was two sentimental moments. There was one with Andre, there was one with Andre and Lucius, and there was one with Hakeem and Cookie. So I thought those two moments were the most powerful moments in the show, in the episode, that is. So what great moments that was. And then we see pretty much Lucius tell his lady that basically he has the disease. He only has 2 more years. So that was very interesting as well. But overall, what a great episode, and can't wait till next episode. So thank you guys for listening, and if you guys got so if you like this video, please press the like button and please subscribe for more. And I think Empire is doing really good.